Hey guys, it's Elle. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a really exciting video chatting about my top book boyfriends. Now this video isn't like all encompassing of like every single top book boyfriend that I love. There are just a few that are my favorites, and I kind of wanted to highlight just some books that I just love and the heroes that I love in them. So the first book I'm going to talk about is, of course, Throne of Glass, Rowan. I love him so much. The reason why I grabbed this one instead of Airfire was because it was at the top of the stack. And I was not going to go grab under all of these books because I also really need to dust in my library. It's so bad, and I feel like I will be doing an unhaul video soon, maybe, so keep on the lookout for that. But I just love Rowan. I love how we have this build up in Throne of Glass of the first two books. We're kind of like, like with love interest. You're like, I don't really know who to choose. And then Rowan steps up in Airfire and you're just like, what is happening? Like Airfire is literally my favorite of the whole series just because of Rowan. And I just love him and how like amazing of a partner he is for Aelin, and I just love their romance and I love him, and I always like, this is how much I love this book and the series and these characters, because every time I see an edit of him on TikTok, I never scroll. I stay on that edit and read the caption and read the comments because I'm obsessed and I just love him. So he's one of my favorites. He's so gorgeous and he's just like perfection. Then I had to put a Catherine Cowles book on this list, which is Echoes of You by Catherine Cowles. I love Nash so much in this book. This is a friends to lovers, like we almost were a thing, second chance romantic suspense romance. The heroine, she moved out of town years ago and she's coming back to town on the run from her very abusive ex-fiance, I think. And she runs into the hero who is actually I don't think he's a sheriff, he's like a cop in the town or something. And he sees like the bruises on her arm, sees like she's a completely different person and they're best friends. And she hasn't talked to him in months. And he literally goes feral. He's like, who did this to you? I want to know. I'm coming after them. And I was gagged. I was like, oh my God, Nash, like you're crazy, but I love that. I love a good down bad hero who has been pining after the heroine for years. And this one is just chef's kiss, so good. Love the angst, love the tension in this one. It's just amazing. Now I'm kind of like debating why I put this on this list. I'm still gonna put it on this list. Like his character development, like as a person, like isn't the greatest, but he would literally do anything for the heroine, which is Joey from Saving and Redeeming 6, the Boys of Tommen series. I'm obsessed with Joey and Aoife and their story. It's just amazing. I binge read their first book, which is not this one. It's Saving 6. And their story is just amazing. Like he will doubt himself so much, but like when it comes to him and Aoife and their love for each other, he is so down bad and so obsessed with her. Will literally do anything for her, like anything. And I just love that about Joey. And like, you know, he has some things he needs to work through, but like, who cares? Because he is like the best book boyfriend ever. So this one, we follow Joey and Aoife. It's a very emotional story. We follow them from when they first meet each other. It's very angsty and like friends to lovers, pining for years after each other. Very character driven. Joey is the eldest son of the, what is it? I don't remember what their family name's called, their last name. Oh gosh. Lynch, the Lynch family, and his dad is very abusive to his mom, and he kind of had to be the one to step up and take care of the rest of his siblings. It's very hard to read. It does deal with substance abuse and drug abuse, so know that going in, but it is just such an amazing series, and I love Joey so much. Now, this is a new favorite book boyfriend that I'm just obsessed with him, which is Rhys from Wildside by Elsie Silver. I love Rhys so much. Like, he could hit me with a brick and I would still love him, which is kind of not okay, but I love this book. I love it so much. And he's just perfection. So this one is actually an arranged marriage romance. And it starts off on a really sad note. The heroine's sister passes away and leaves her son, and they're kind of fighting over custody. The heroine, which is her sister, the sister is the person who died, and then the hero is the neighbor of her sister. So Reese basically says that he has custody of the nephew, but our heroine is like, no, that can't be right. Like, I am her sister, like, legally. But it is correct. And he's actually an American citizen, and they live in Canada. So to not kind of rip his, you know, not his, like, son yet, but, like, the child's life, you know, away from everything he knows, they decide to enter an arranged marriage so that he can still have citizenship in Canada and, like, come and visit and all that good stuff. So it's so good. And they have to enter into this arranged marriage, and they both kind of like have these misconceptions about the other, especially when it comes to their grief. And they definitely did not get off on the right foot when they first met, and they kind of have these stereotypes of each other and biases against each other that they figure out aren't true as the book goes along. But it's just such a beautiful story. And I just love Reese in this book so much because of how he was there for the heroine during her grief journey, and losing like someone so close in your family like that, it's like one of the worst things that you could go through. So it's just really beautiful to see how he was there for her and how she was there for him. So love this one and love Reese. Then I have Theon and Luca from the Legacy series by Melissa K. Rourke. I love this one. Now I don't want to like spoil anything because I mean she does put it on her website, but if you haven't read it, like I didn't know that was going to come, so I don't want to spoil it for you, even though like people talk about it. But anyways, this one is a really amazing urban fantasy romance. The heroine, she's a fae, the hero is a legacy, which means that they basically choose fae to basically bond to feed off of their power. And she gets chosen by the hero, Theon, and she is just devastated because once you're chosen, your life is basically over. Like, you are now in the control of whoever your legacy is. And so she really tries to reject the bond and just like absolutely hates Theon's guts in the beginning of this book. And she does some reckless things to kind of get away from him, but it's just so good because he is just so obsessed with her. Like, he knew the moment that he saw her, like, she was gonna be amazing. But I just love how like Luca kind of centers him. Luca is Theon's best friend, and he just kind of is like, no, like, you can't do some of the stuff you want to do, Theon. And I just love it. I just love this one. I don't want to like give too much away because it is a series, but just know if you want an epic like fantasy romance series to binge, this one is the perfect thing to read. And I just love like when there's like a rejected mate bond that's happening in this book series. It's so good, but then they have those like glimpses of like, you know, it's not really the bond that's making me do this. Like, I actually really enjoy you as a person. So love this one, love both of these characters, love where the romance is going. Then I had to put Mr. Theo Silva on this list. I love him so much, like so much. Like, he is one of my favorite heroes ever. Like, he is just so hot, so amazing. I just love him. This is a surprise baby romance, which I normally don't love, but Elsie Silver made me love it because she's Elsie Silver. And this one is just so good. So our hero and heroine, Winter, she is very prickly as a person and goes to visit her sister, who they've kind of been separated for a lot of their life. They don't really know each other that well, and she's trying to get reacquainted. That's where she meets Theo, who is friends with her sister and her sister's fiance. And Theo is a bull rider, and they just like Winter, they're just complete opposites, but they do have a like one night stand, and Winter ends up getting pregnant, and Theo has no idea until like a year later. And once he finds out that that is his kid, he is all in. Like, he's all in, and he is just like so obsessed with the heroine and his daughter, and it's just so good. Like, I really need to do a reread of this book because I'm like so obsessed with it. And I just love the way he is just like dives headfirst into being dad, because you have that trope of, you know, like a deadbeat dad. Like, or the trope of like, you know, sometimes in romances, it's like the only reason why they're getting back together is because of their child, which is not true. Like he was already obsessed with Winter, like even before he knew she was pregnant and had his baby. So I just love Theo. I love that he's a bull rider. He's so hot. He's like just amazing. I love this one so much. And then the last hero I want to chat about in this video, my last book boyfriend, is Nova from Inked Lies by Gianna Darling. This is one of my favorite books by her. Sorry for the lighting. I'm like right by a window. So this one is a almost second chance, forbidden, major age gap, childhood best friends romance. So the hero and heroine grew up together, Nova and Lila. Nova is a lot older than her. I think it's like a 20-year age gap, maybe like 15 years, I don't remember. But she ended up living with him in his house with like her brother and his brother because of her living situation. And so they grew up together and she always had a crush on him and they were always really good friends, but he never saw her in that light until she starts working for the motorcycle club. And he is like absolutely pissed once he hears that because he just knows how dangerous the motorcycle club can get. And he's like, why are you doing that? And so they kind of team up to figure out this like storyline that's happening. But I don't want to talk too much about that because it is major spoilers because this is like the 6th book in the series. But I am just completely obsessed with them. Like he's like my Lila girl. Like I think my hardback up there, you can't see it, but I have that totally annotated. And I just love like the way that Gianna describes this book. Like I don't know how else to describe it. He's a tattoo artist and he like tattoos flowers all on her body because that's their thing. And there's just so many things that's their thing in this book. And I just love that in a romance. And like I love that Nova is seen as this Casanova type guy. Like he, you know, he's stunning but people don't know the deepness to him like Lila. And that's why I love this book so much. Like I could gab on and on about this book because I love it so much. It's just so good. If you haven't read the Fall of Men series by Gianna Darling and you love dark romances, you need to pick it up like now because it's amazing. Okay, well that is the last book I wanted to chat about in this video. And as always, thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next one. Bye.